Hello everyone, Bangerz here. We're just going to have a little video on the 9.1.5 content update. We're just going to go through some of the changes that they've made, talk about them, say what's good, what should have been done probably about 6 months ago, but it's better late than never. So firstly we have the Covenant updates, which is probably one of the biggest updates that they have announced. So players who reach max renown for their Covenant will be able to freely switch among any of the 4 Covenants without cooldown or restriction. Cosmetic rewards including pets and mounts that have been earned from that Covenant will thereafter be available regardless of your membership in a different one. Covenant switching and the use of cosmetic rewards will also apply to any alternate characters once the renown threshold is reached on one character. So this is really probably one of the biggest ones that they've done. So basically what this means is now if you want to go do RBGs and Kyrian is best for RBGs, you can be Kyrian, and then 20 minutes later if you're going to do a Mythic Plus and Necrolord is the best, you can freely swap and play Necrolord. So this is what we've all been asking for so long. It's a really good change finally, and it just basically opens up that you can play your specs and Covenants to the max ability all the time. Another big one, which is Conduit energy, is being removed and Conduits will be freely swappable without any restrictions. This is also basically ties into the same. So basically before, if you wanted to do Mythic Plus and PvP and stuff like that, 99% of the time you wouldn't be able to change the Covenants to max out your DPS or healing, because you just wouldn't be able to swap back to whatever's best for when you need to go do your raid or whatever. So basically now you can just put whatever Conduits in whenever you want without having any sort of restriction, which is, you know, not letting you do what you want to do basically. Completing a Covenant campaign on one character will allow alternate characters the ability to skip the same Covenant's campaign, earning the renown and a third soulbound unlock immediately without needing to replay the full narrative arc. So this is also really good. It's basically just really good for having new alts. Like there's nothing worse than having to do that campaign 5 times in a row. For example, say you've got 4 mages and they all want to be Night Fae or whatever, you had to do the Night Fae campaign 4 times. That's just tedious and not fun at all. So yeah, this change is also really good. You're also getting some quick renown on a new character, and your character's not basically useless from the start. There's some new character customizations, not gonna lie, I don't really care about this sort of stuff. But yeah, some sexy new Draenei's if you care about that sort of stuff. Introducing Legion Timewalker. Now this is really cool. I think Legion dungeons were probably one of the best dungeons that were ever created. So delve back into Legion dungeons with Legion Timewalking and take on the challenges within, including access to Legion Mythic Plus dungeons. This event will run for 2 weeks, and the first time it runs within the game, and then will resume a regular 1-week schedule for subsequent bonus events. So just a little insight, Legion Timewalking dungeons were like Court of Stars, War of Souls, the Archway, like these dungeons were awesome. So yeah, this is going to be really fun actually. I'm really looking forward to this. So big props for that. More introduction skippable, so players who have completed the introduction to the Maw on one character will be able to speak to High Lord Darian Mograine in the capital cities to skip it on their alternative characters on their account. Like this should just be put in from the start, yeah. Like no one wants to do that 7 times, but yeah, basically now when you make a new character you won't have to do that more bit at the start. So yeah, good change I guess. Island expeditions, queue solo or with a party. Players who want to take on island expeditions are now able to queue for them solo or with a party, or enter normal, heroic or mythic difficulties. There are a bounty of awards just waiting to be plundered. I think this is more like a transmog sort of, you know, go get bits which you didn't get when it was actually live. Yeah, I'm not too into this sort of stuff, but if you like your transmogs and stuff, then have fun I guess. Talent and ability improvements. In 9.1.5 we are working on additional updates to a variety of class talents and class abilities, including conduits, rune carving and covenant class ability tuning. So yeah, I guess this is needed. This just basically means that there's going to be some tuning coming soon. I mean, now that you can freely swap covenants, I think they're going to be a bit harsher on nerfing some of the OP ones, because beforehand they obviously didn't want to nerf too much because it's such a pain to swap. Like you can't just swap mid progress really. So I think they were quite scared to nerf anything. But now I think with all this free swapping and stuff, they're going to be more heavy nerfs on some of the OP ones, maybe Venthyr Boomkins, I don't know. I'll cry if it happens, but yeah, I think there could be something coming maybe. Allied race unlocks. Allied races such as the Colterian humans, Mechanomes, and Dark Iron Dwarves, which had a dungeon requirement to unlock them, will no longer need to complete the associated quest to gain access to these races. Players will be able to skip if interested. Yeah, this is just, I mean, we don't play Alliance, so who cares? There's transmog linking as well. Show off your complete transmog outfit to chat or online by easily sharing a link to it from the dressing room. Players will be able to mouse over these items to see how they can be collected, if they've already collected that appearance, or if it's an appearance that is accessible to the character viewing it. So yeah, I don't even know really, guys. You can take this how you read it. Have fun, I guess, with your transmogs. Alt leveling improvements. So this is obviously something quite cool. A variety of improvements will be introduced in support of a smoother experience leveling alternate characters through Shadowlands, such as an additional rank of heirlooms upgrades and improvements to Threads of the Fate, such as the addition of Torghast as an option and renown gains for completing bonus objectives. This is a really good change. I mean, leveling alts in Shadowlands is quite boring and bad. I think actually having Torghast will be quite cool. Speedrun and Torghast to level up, which is going to be quite fun, I think. And also the fact that you're going to be getting renown from completing things like bonus objectives. So you're basically making your character more powerful as you level up, which is also awesome. But yeah, I think this is a nice change, and hopefully be more fun to level alts and stuff like that. PvP gear power adjustments. So lower item level PvP gear will now scale to a higher item level in PvP situations than before. This should reduce the power level gap so that new characters can feel that they are able to compete in battlegrounds and arenas more readily. This change will not affect high item level PvP gear. So this is really actually nice. So if you're basically got a new freshly deemed character and you go into PvP, you're not just going to get one shot by someone with high level, because you're going to be a little bit more competitive. So yeah, good change. I mean, if you've got good gear, you're probably not going to like this change because you can't farm the noobs. But yeah, overall for the game, this is a very good change. Yeah. Rune caving recipes. So drop rates for rune cave recipes will be increased to 100% drop rate in any difficulty dungeon. So this is also good for new alts, that you don't have to sit there and spam the same dungeon 10 times to try and get a recipe. Hopefully you'll pretty much get it instantly now. And then we have the Battle for Azeroth Legacy Loot Rules. So Legacy Loot Rules will be enabled for players at level 60 in all Battle of Azeroth raids and dungeons, causing encounters to drop the number of items as they would randomly drop for a 5-player dungeon raid party, or a 20-player raid. So yeah, if you like doing that, then obviously all these legacy loot rules, then yeah, that's that. But yeah, overall guys, I think these changes are going to be good for the game. We're now going to be able to play our characters properly, how we should have been able to play them in the first place. And we're going to be able to maximise basically DPS and stuff in every bit of content that we do, because we'll be the right covenants for each content that we do. But yeah, that's that. I'm just going to want to apologise for, I have got a pretty bad cold, so if you can hear that while I'm doing this video, I am really sorry. But other than that, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, then please do hit the subscribe and like channel on the Method YouTube channel. And if you want to see me stream once a year, then you can follow me on twitch.tv/Bangerz. Thanks guys, and I'll see you soon.